enchanted ones, welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, hi, I'm Danielle. I make videos on spirituality, witchcraft, hoodoo, and now monthly pick-a-card readings like this one. So if those things interest you, click the subscribe button, click the notification bell, and be sure to follow me on Instagram for daily inspirational quotes and card readings. I'll have the link for my page in the description box. I'll also have a list of the decks that I'm using in this reading in the description. I'll have pinned in the comment section the timestamps for the card selection and for the groups. So I asked our ancestors, our spirit guides, guardian angels, deities, really any spirit that protects us, looks out for us, and has our best interest at heart, what guidance and what messages they have for us. So this is a timeless reading. I did pick a group as well, and I will let you know which group I picked at that group. So I will see you at your group. So we have group 1, group 2, and group 3. Take a moment, pause the video if you need to, take a few deep breaths, and pick the group or groups that stands out to you most. Follow your intuition. If you're not picking up anything right away, use your clairsentience, hover your finger or your hand over each deck and see if you start feeling a sensation in either your hand, maybe your throat chakra, or your heart chakra. And I'll see you guys on your timestamp. So let's dive right in to the reading. So we have group 1. Unfortunately, y'all won't be able to see the cards on the table, but I will hold them up. So for group 1, we have get more information. We have the situation will improve. We have reconsider. We have voodoo in blue, back off. We have violet angel, breaking dawn. We have a clockwork pumpkin, a wonderful idea, the aha moment. Move my crystals out of the way. And we have Capricorn. We have Mars. We have a moment's regret, upright, nostalgia, idealizing the past, fearing you've made a mistake. We have changed in the night, upright, you have changed quickly. We have forget who you are, upright, conditioning falls away, memory no longer defines you. And we have cat, knower of secrets, which is the high priestess, upright. And we have parrot, seer of feathers, upright, which is the page of swords. So right off the bat, I'm noticing a pattern with the situation will improve and violet angel. I feel like spirit has this in this reading twice to really drive the point home that yes, things are getting better. Maybe you don't believe it yet, maybe you can't see that yet, but things are improving in your situation. It's breaking dawn, so it's still a little dark, you know, in your situation. It's still dark out. It's only tiny slivers of sunlight, but it's there and the situation is improving. But with this get more information here, I do feel like there are some things that you need to take care of that spirit wants you to take care of to kind of usher in this improvement. Because we have knower of secrets here and seer of feathers. And first thing I picked up when I saw seer of feathers, I really honed in on the seer aspect. You know, when I think of seers, I think of really intuitive people, you know, the ancient oracles and ancient seers and psychics. And so I really feel like Spirit is asking you to lean on your intuition in this situation, to really embody this high priestess energy, this knowing, and not doubt yourself. So for some of you, this voodoo and blue, I'm picking up, I don't feel like this voodoo and blue is for everybody, but I do feel some of you are dealing with someone who may be an energy vampire. You know, you kind of deal with this person because they are a good person, they have a good heart, you know, they have good intentions, they're a nice person. Maybe they aren't intentionally an energetic vampire, but that's what they are. They're very draining. They're, you know, the kind of person who wants somebody to do things for them all the time, really act like they can't do much for themselves, really don't, you know, put in much effort. It's the same old sob stories all the time. Just a very draining person. So voodoo and blue is coming up to urge you to protect your energy from this person. I also feel like for those of you who that message is for, the Capricorn and Mars is coming through for you as well, to really, you know, embody that determined quality of Capricorn, or that stubborn quality of Capricorn, really not backing down, really standing up for yourself, really setting firm boundaries. And then the Mars really being assertive, fighting for, you know, what's right, fighting for what's yours, fighting for your energy. Now with reconsider, and it's sitting beside a moment's regret here, maybe some of you have already cut this energy vampire off, and maybe you're backtracking a little bit, you're reconsidering it, you're regretting it. Maybe you felt like you were too harsh, maybe you feel like you could have went about things a different way, but Spirit is saying no. Forget all of that. Forget who you were. Forget the old way that you would have reacted to it, which is reconsidering, second guessing yourself, thinking that, okay, no, I need to keep letting this person, you know, drain me. But no, don't doubt yourself. Keep pushing forward. Now, some of you may have not made the changes yet, but this reading will be confirmation for you to make those changes. And when you do, it's going to be a very quick process. And you might get some pushback with that because it's going to seem like you changed overnight. But again, Spirit is just really urging you to just forget the old ways of doing things. Don't let your past way of doing things define you. Do things a different way. It's okay. And I also feel that leaning on your intuition is really the key, because although we have reconsider here, reconsider is sitting on top of a clockwork pumpkin. And so because of that, when I think of an aha moment, I think of inspiration. You know, it's really effortless. It just comes to you. It's coming from within. You know, yeah, you're tapping into the ethers. You may be receiving some information from another realm, but it's not a book. It wasn't outside of you. You tapped in and you received, you know, that download in your spirit. So that's why I do feel like whatever the situation is that you're hoping will improve, your intuition is what's going to get you out of it. And also staying balanced, staying level-headed, really being stern, being assertive, but following your intuition. But staying grounded again with this Capricorn here. Capricorn is logical as well, but not grounding so hard that you're not being so logical that you just completely ignore your intuition, but not being so high up in, you know, in the ethers that you forget to come back down and you start getting confused because you're just seeing so many signs and so many connections. So really just finding that balance and trusting yourself and trusting that changing is okay, trusting that forging ahead with a new way of doing things is just fine and is exactly what it is that you're supposed to be doing at this time. So that is your reading number 1. Let me know in the comments what you thought. Did it resonate with you? And I will see you on the next video. So number 2. This is the group that I picked. So let's see what we have. We have look for a sign. We have listen to your intuition. Kind of like the last group. We have big happy changes. That's always nice to see. Poe, time for change, to learn something new, to use technology and gadgets with wisdom. Lady with a Bosch egg, ancient wisdom. Marie Masquerade, glamour, intrigue, drama. We have Taurus. We have Gemini. Excuse me. We have all must have prizes in reverse, trying to please everyone. Excuse me. We have such a curious dream, upright, grounding, returning to reality, coming home. We have messages for a rabbit, upright, service to the animal world. We have owl, keeper of the light, upright, which is the hermit card. And we have scarab beetle, 10 of branches, which is 10 of wands in reverse. Okay, so right off the bat, I'm seeing that there's a heavy emphasis on wisdom and change with this particular group, because we have big happy changes. We have Poe, we have lady with a Bosch egg, and we have Taurus and Gemini, and also the Hermit, and the 10 of Wands plays a part of that as well. So with Taurus, this is all about determination. It's about, using your resources wisely, using your resources in the best way possible. And then we have this Poe, using technology and gadgets with wisdom, ancient wisdom with lady with a Bosch egg. We have Gemini, which is about, really exploring all of your options, really thinking things through thoroughly, not rushing into a decision before you've thought of, every possible scenario. So just this heavy emphasis on wisdom, also listening to your intuition, also connecting with spirit, just really taking a holistic view to life. Before I move on to look for a sign, because I'm seeing a connection with look for a sign and messages for a rabbit, I want to continue on with the wisdom, because what I'm seeing here is really using your resources wisely, thinking things through, not being rash, but also with this card being in reverse, this is like a caution to not take on too much. Don't bite off more than you can chew. And I do feel like that's why this listen to your intuition is here. Maybe there's a project that you need to let go. Maybe you're doing one too many things and something needs to be let go of. Really finding balance with what it is that you're doing. There's nothing wrong with being passionate, being creative, which is what 10 of Wands is all about. But again, with it being in reverse, you're doing a little too much, overextending yourself. Now with this Marie Masquerade and owl being together, I feel like this is a caution. I feel like one, Hermit came up to say, hey, remember, people are a resource too. Don't, be afraid to reach out to people. Don't be afraid to network. This is something that I struggle with a lot. But with this Marie Masquerade here, this I feel is a caution to network wisely. One, when networking, don't get so caught up in networking that you neglect, or you ruin the opportunity to make a friendship, or you neglect to see that, hey, this is an opportunity for a friendship, this is what's forming, maybe put the business to the back burner and network with somebody else, that sort of thing. Being cautious about that, not being all business and all, so serious, that you don't see the bigger picture, that, hey, this friendship is actually going to be lead to the best business deal or whatever in your life. But also with Marie Masquerade showing up, this is a caution to not allow people to use you in that way either, to only, hitch their wagon to your rising star. Because I find it interesting that Marie Masquerade is under Big Happy Changes. So I feel like Marie Masquerade, if I'm not mistaken, this Marie is Marie Antoinette. And so just being cautious of people getting close to you just because of your influence or what you can do for them. So that's that. Now, look for a sign, since these are like bookends, how I set up this spread. Look for a sign, a message for a rabbit. I feel that Spirit is saying that it's communicating with you through animals right now anyway. So your message actually may be a rabbit, or it could be any animal. I'm also picking up that you might dream of this animal. And again, it can be any animal. It could be a mythological creature. It could be something you've never even seen before. Recently, I dreamed about some weird little creature. I don't know what it was. But, and then we have this readings now. So just pay attention to that. Pay attention to your pets if you have them. Pay attention to, animals in nature, insects, all of that. I feel like Spirit is trying to communicate with us at this time through animals. And again, with this, just back to grounding, this is just confirmation that you need to ground, stay focused. Because Gemini, although it can be a very, good sign to work with, get energy to work with, because it's about being thorough and really thinking things through, it can also be unfocused and flighty. So you want to make sure that you're grounding, and really staying focused and not doing too much, not overextending yourself, not burning yourself out. But overall, this is a really positive reading. Now, with this card here, this is one of the reasons why I absolutely love this particular deck, because in this deck, sometimes the reversals are actually good. You want to get the reversal in this deck, and this is one of those cards. With all must have prizes, and with it being beside Big Happy Changes and it being in reverse, what this means is that you're not letting anybody take advantage of you anymore. Maybe you were that kind of Marie Masquerade energy at one point, where you were recognizing too late that people were getting close to you for your influence or for your resources or what have you, but not anymore. You've made that change, and you're not giving anyone anything that they don't deserve. You're not doing favors for anybody that don't deserve it. You're not giving, praises and accolades and compliments to people that don't deserve it. You're not going out of your way to be nice to people who don't deserve it, who don't appreciate it. So that is a good thing, and it's a positive sign, and it's one of the reasons why Big Happy Changes are coming in your life, because you have to make hard decisions sometimes, and you just aren't going to manifest certain things in your life if you're a little too weak-willed and your backbone a little too mushy to do what you need to do and say what you need to say. How are you going to protect your blessings if you're a little too meek to do what it is you need to do and put a person in their place? And so you made that change. We've made that change. And that's a great thing. And abundance is on the way. So that is your reading, group number 2. Let me know what you think about it in the comment section, if it resonated with you or not. And I will see you in the next video. So last but not least, group 3. We have no. We have romance. Okay, looks like this might be a love reading. We have meditation brings answers. We have faceless ghosts and the haunted girl, ghost people. We have autumn is my last chance. Please don't lose hope. We have candy cane angel. It's time for a treat. We have Sagittarius. We have Leo. We have keeping up, upright, immense effort, advance. We have follow the white rabbit, curiosity meets opportunity, upright. We have becoming braver in reverse, resilience, experience, growing stronger, fresh perspective. And we have Ram, Earth Father, which is the Emperor in reverse. Excuse me. And we have Bull, Keeper of Sacred Tradition in reverse, which is the High Priest. High Priest. I burned this card, y'all. It was a little too close to my incense. But it matches. Excuse me. Been running my mouth a little too long. Okay, so we have no romance and meditation brings answers. And so with no and romance coming up right beside each other, I can't help but think that this, the question you might have had in mind or the person you may have had in mind is a lover of yours or maybe an ex or something. But no, the answer is no. And this is probably not the answer that you wanted to hear. That's why meditation brings answers is here, because I'm feeling like you need to, meditate and come to peace with that answer, or meditate to find out the whys. Now, we have no sitting right on top of Faceless Ghost and the Haunted Girl. So I can't help but think that this, whatever this relationship is, whether it was romantic or not, maybe it could be family, maybe it could be friendship, co-worker, whatever this bond you have with this person is that you're getting this note for, I'm feeling like it's just toxic, because ghost people, Faceless Ghosts and the Haunted Girl, that card is all about, people who really don't have an identity of their own. They steal energy, they steal identities. Now this could be actually, we're talking about identity theft, or we could be talking about just someone who they see, they have these flavor of the months, if you will, that are just these larger than life characters in their mind that they try to imitate, and they dress like them and talk like them, and they start doing whatever they can to mimic them, and then they find somebody else and they do the same thing. So that kind of energy, or just, toxic, someone that's actually steals energy and is a very draining person. But either way, it's not a healthy dynamic. Whenever you see this card comes up, we're talking about a dynamic that is toxic. So with no sitting on top of that card, I feel like that's part of the reason. And also with Sagittarius and Leo, as soon as I pulled these cards after already pulling Faceless Ghost and the Haunted Girl, the first thing I thought of with all of this fire energy coming up is that you need to, one, either protect yourself, do some fiery wall of protection and protect your energy from this person or this circumstance. I'm also feeling like you need to use fire to purify, burn away the negativity, burn away the energetic ties that you have to this person. And I also picked up, doing a ritual, maybe writing a list of all of the things that no longer serves you and burning that. So those were the things that immediately came through when I pulled Sagittarius and Leo. But also with Leo here and with becoming braver in reverse, I feel like Leo also is coming through to turn that becoming braver upright. So you will stand up for yourself and do what you need to do, and also to push through. Like, I feel like this fire is also here for passion, because you have passion and fire and fuel to keep going, because we have autumn is my last chance here. You know, don't lose hope. So maybe you're feeling overwhelmed, which is very understandable, because you have two major arcana cards here. Now, each group we had arcana cards here, but you have two, and they're in reverse. And now, reversals don't always have to be an opposite meaning. It can also be an intensification of the energy that these cards bring. And so we have 5 here, which is also becoming braver. 5, the energy of 5 is all about change. And having a higher perspective. This is what the high priest is coming to teach you, teaching you to have a higher perspective when it comes to hardships. Seeing the big picture, recognizing, you know, the good that comes with hardships, the wisdom that you get from it, the experience that you get from it. And we have experience here and a fresh perspective. And I feel like these are working off of each other, and Leo is helping you, you know, burn away this old way of thinking and seeing the value in going through something and being able to extract a very valuable lesson from it. Because major arcana cards are not about the day-to-day like the minor arcana. The major arcana is about major life things, spiritual development, you know, and can actually stretch across lifetimes. We're talking about heavy work here, and so it's no wonder that you're overwhelmed, because you're dealing with some heavy energy right now. Now the Emperor, the Earth Father, is coming to you with this energy of 4 to teach you structure and teach you organization. Immense effort, you know, another 4, keeping up. But keeping up here, and with Candy King Angel, and also with Follow the White Rabbit, curiosity meets opportunity. Things are looking up. You are building a solid foundation. You're building wealth. You're building prosperity. You're building stability. You're building balance. You're building a lot of things. And with keeping up here, and so with all of this building, yes, opportunity is on the way with this Follow the White Rabbit. But keeping up here and Candy Cane Angel, I feel, are coming through to just confirm that you have been working hard. Maybe you don't feel like you've been working hard. Maybe because it's just the same old, you know, you've always, you've been working this hard for so long that it just, well, this is the norm now. But you have been working hard, and it's okay to treat yourself sometimes. Because when this card comes up, it's when you really have a goal in mind, and like you're sacrificing to the point of almost martyrdom. You know what I'm saying? Like you mean you're not gonna have any fun, you're not gonna indulge yourself anywhere, you're not gonna treat yourself at all until you get this thing that you desire. But while I can totally identify with that mindset, it doesn't work out in the long run. It contributes to burnout, and then when you don't treat yourself, you're not motivated to keep going. So it's really important that you treat yourself, and it's important that you pamper yourself and take time out for yourself and indulge a little bit and have a little bit of fun and let your hair down a little bit, because you have been working hard and you have been you've been making tremendous changes in your life and on a grand scale with these arcana cards here. So that is your reading, group number 3. Let me know what you thought of the reading in the comment section below, if it resonated with you, and I will see you all on the next video. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, click the notification bell, follow me on Instagram for daily inspirational quotes and card readings, and I will see you on the next video, guys. Bye.